Hey friends, it's me. I don't even know where to put this on this shirt. The Ebony Otaku, coming to you in Dolby Digital 5.1 surround sound. The well-rounded nerd. Maybe here. Behind the scenes. Okay, there are no scenes to be behind. I mean, as far as like YouTube setups go, mine is the most amateurish. I was oiling my scalp earlier and this happened. So bam. Ha! Now I have to be self-conscious about it because I said something. Whoo-wee. Oh, y'all, it is what's today? Today is the 27th of December that I'm filming this. So it's 2 days after Christmas. If you keep up with my channel, the week of Christmas, I got like crazy sick, like sick. But it was only for like 48 hours. But like 2 days before Christmas, I was fine. And then like Christmas Eve in the evening, I was like, ew, I got the tickle in the back of my throat. And then the next morning I woke up, was okay. Drink ginger tea, a couple of hot toddies. If you don't know what those are, you're probably too young to be here. Um, and made dinner for the family, cooked a goose, cooked turkey breast. I made white beans, cornbread, greens. Like it was good old fashioned country Christmas dinner. It was good. And then when we got home that evening, I was down for the count. I was like, ugh, on Christmas night. And then the day after Boxing Day, I was just like, I hate life. I hate liberty. I hate the pursuit of happiness. I hate everything. And like 2 days later, like I'm okay. Like I don't know what happened. Like you ever have those colds that just are like, yeah, it was one of those. But I'm glad it didn't last long. I'm glad it wasn't the flu. But now I need to catch up on a little bit of filming for January. Like, let me just like you're good into January by now if you've made it to this point on my channel. Like it's very build heavy in January because in the middle of January I have a 3K point tournament, which after I'm done doing some filming today, I'm gonna go paint and I'll probably film some of my painting because it's what you do. But I thought I'd do a couple of videos on my Christmas thing. This is apple juice. Grape flavored apple juice. It's delicious. Um, but there were a couple of like I was like, it seems kind of like braggadocious to do a Christmas haul. We all Christmased. If you Christmas, if you don't Christmas, that's great. There's a lot of holidays going on. Happy Ramadan, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I'm here for every holiday and all types of food. Don't care. Yay you. Um, Happy Festivus, the holiday for the rest of us. Did you put up your Festivus poll? Anyhow, but I got gifts that actually I feel like came in categories. So I was like, I'm gonna do categories just to show you what happens when two nerds find each other. So for my husband, he is a woodworking nerd. So we got a couple of nerdities that don't align, but that's fine because I need time for this bovine scatology. We built him a whole workshop so that he can go out there and woodwork to his heart's content. He wants to build a boat, and I'm all for it. All right, he's all for my Titan building. I'm for his boat building. It's fine. We don't have to have everything in common, just most things. I kind of okay. You might notice the filming looks different. I'm filming from my iPad. I kind of like it. Might switch to using this instead of the computer. The top down will always be the camera, but this is great. But there are some nerdities where we don't cross. One of those being is that I enjoy grown up grape juice once in a while. He does not, which is fine. I have a designated driver for life. Woo! But I am a beer snob. I know. Doesn't mean I only drink non-domestic beer. There are some domestic brews that I enjoy very much. Being from Tennessee, I'm a huge fan of the Yazoo's. That's ours. Yep, Yazoo's ours. Specifically, the Yazoo Gerst. I love Yazoo Gerst. It's just that's a good crispy beer. It's chef's kiss. Um, my husband, we started doing our Christmas shopping in like July, August, like way before Christmas, which I think a lot of families do to make sure you can get for people what they want. And he asked me what I wanted. I was like, I would really love to have a beer glass to match my favorite brews. And I think he has been shopping since July because a couple of these, I'm honestly not sure how he got them, to be quite honest, but let's not delay. So here's the first one. His family marrying in had this tradition that the last gift, you put a piece of wrapping paper on it and said this gift is this present is wrapped, or you put all the leftover bows on it. I thought it was cute. So this is the first one, which he actually let me open one of these early because he had two of them. But I'm so excited. So excited. Oh, I love how he went and put everything in pink paper for me, though. He opened this and rewrapped it. But first one, a Stella glass. I do love Stella. Now you're gonna notice a theme amongst the beverages that I enjoy. Um, See if you can spot what it is. I obviously have a type of beer that I like. Um, but me and my best friend, my closest friend of all, she passed during the thing. But one of our favorite things to do was we would get some Stella, sit out on my back porch. And she was a chef, and I can really cook. I was her sous chef when she was running her catering business, but we would cook and drink and just laugh and just tell crazy stories, talk so bad about people. Talk about kids these days. It's a good time. You have that friend. You know you've got one. But she's my girl. And Stella was our beer of choice, like always. If we would go out together, it would be Stella. Like Stella has good memories for me, me and her. And then we would call all the girlfriends, all the girl squad, and be like, hey, we cooked a prime rib for no reason. Bring some tequila. It was crazy. It was a good time. My house was the party house, and we're endeavoring to make our house like the grown-up party house again, but like for gamer parties. But yeah, Stella has a lot of good memories for me. This is by far one of my favorites. I know that I forget which direction it went, but either Budweiser or Bud Light was bought by a foreign company or vice versa, or this company, I forget which. But it was like all the scandal in the beer world for a while that one company is owned by a company outside of the shores. Look, if you make a good brew, I don't care. This video is marked not for 18 and under, so if you're here, grape juice. Okay, so the next one, oh, they're just gonna ramp up in awesomeness. Are you even prepared? So the next one I wanted is this the where is it? Oh, this one. So this is another one of my favorites. Obviously, they're all from my favorites. This one's a very long glass. Can you guess what it is? It's another nice light one. I like the Stella. I love the Stella. Incidentally, my first ever beer was at a New Year's party. Um, when I was 23. It was at the place I worked, which I won't name in case any of those people watch this video. It was my first grown-up job, and the boss of our group wanted to have a Christmas or a New Year's party. I forget which it was. It was Christmas or New Year's. Anyway, holiday party, and I'd never had a drink yet. I was 23, never had a drink, not one, like not a grown-up drink, and they let me try a Heineken Light, one Heineken Light. Took me 3 hours to drink it, and everybody was worried I couldn't drive home. I didn't even finish it. So, yeah, that's how I was introduced. But later on, can you see it now, don't you? When I really started to enjoy different birras experiences. This became one of my faves. And this became one of my faves, actually, of all places. We were at a Maggiano's and with my best friend again. That might be the memories with these beers, but with my best friend, this was the year we first met. So this was over a decade ago. She had gone to culinary school and she was graduating. And the instructor of that course said that they can invite whoever they wanted. She invited me. I was like, heck yeah. And I'd never had Peroni. And they said to try stuff you'd never had. It came out in this glass. And I was like, oh, that's so elegant. I was just mesmerized by the glass. I thought it was just so beautiful and elegant and perfect. And there's another style glass where it's more cylindrical and tighter end, but this is the one I wanted. Husband did good, didn't he? There's two of them in here. I've actually got two of the Stella glasses as well, but he let me open the Stella early. But turned out that day that we went, they did the whole family style thing. So we had like the biggest room. There was like 30 people in there. She was the only person who had invited someone to come who actually came. And it ended up the instructor of the course paid for everyone's everything that day. So I ate like a king, had my first Peroni, had creme brulee. It was a good time. It was a great time. Maggiano's actually holds a special place in my heart. Not sponsored, just letting y'all know. But I love me some Peroni, and it's not a dissimilar type of libation to the Stella, which would explain why I like it so much. Now we're gonna jump out of Europe and go to Asia. What do you think my favorite Asian beers are? Sip. I really like the iPad from this angle. Like, this is great. Um, okay, so where is it? So, oh, the next ones I know were very hard for him to get. So, babe, when you're watching this, I keep touching my desk and shaking the iPad. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May have freaked out a little bit on Christmas morning, as one does. Um, but some of these, the reason I named so many was because there were the Peroni and the Stella. I knew he'd be able to get. Wasn't so sure about the others, because typically those glasses are only sold to like restaurateurs outside of the motherland. So to even have them, are you ready? I know, nondescript brown box. What could it be? This one holds great memories for me as well. Come on out. Come out wherever you are. And meet the young lady who fell from a star. Anyway, Kirin Ichiban. It's a Japanese beer, which I love. This one I first had when there was there's your grown up, the best friend you make in adulthood and the one you grew up with. The best friend I grew up with, different person. She and I, one of our favorite things to do was like go have hibachi together. Don't know why, we just enjoyed it. And we went to like the same place all the time. It was a good time. But this was the one I would always get because it was Japanese. But it turned out I just really liked it. Are you seeing a theme yet in the types of beers I enjoy? But I'm one of those people that when it comes to beer, I'm almost like a wine snob. Wine people and beer people are very similar when it comes to their taste in their beverage of choice. One, it's completely subjective. What's a good wine? What's a bad wine? Everyone's palate is different. To a third of the population, cilantro tastes like soap. To half the population, I'm talking about the planet, to half the population, durian smells and tastes like exquisite custard. And to the other half, it smells like feet. It's genetics for a lot of it. Like when your kid says, I don't like the taste of that, don't force them to eat it. Like, okay, we know we got kids that are being extra, but if a kid genuinely does not like something, do not force them to eat it. It might taste like soap to them because there are genetic components to that. Anywho, my eyes are not as white as they should be. That is the remnants of having had a cold. Anyhow, Kirin Ichiban. So this would be the one that we would enjoy, and they'd always bring it out in that double-sized bottle that American beers are not sold in unless you're buying a 40. It's like a 32 ounce. Like it's a weird. It's like it's a little bit more than a liter, like but less than it's like it's a different. But they bring it out and they give you your Kirin glass and. He got me two of them. There's another one in here. So I have two Kirin glasses. I'm so excited because this year is going to be the year of me redecorating the house now that his garage is done because I have to move rooms in sequence. So the stepson, has a room that we built on the back, which is really an apartment, so that he can have his apartment space while he's in college. He a homebody, and that's fine. You still gonna live away. I'm joking. He's great. He's a great young person, but he needs his own space at his age. So we built a suite on the back, and plus we can use it as guest quarters when people visit. Or if anybody ever gets another sick family member, we have a place that's with us they can stay. But it's attached to the husband's massive garage. So first, son's room, which I'm pointing at, that y'all can't see. When you hear the Fortnite, that's where it's coming from. His room has to transfer outside. But next week I'm going to go paint and decorate that room, so it can be ready for him. And then once that's painted and decorated and he moves in, the room next to me gets turned into our game room. So I'll work on it next. It's going to have like a dungeony theme, dungeony Warhammery kind of thing going on. And then husband's office is still going to stay his office, but all of our gaming stuff will go in this room and our painting stuff will stay in the husband's office because this will still have, he's going to build this kind of builder he is. Y'all, get you one of these engineers down here in Huntsville. Not only do they all have jobs, they all have like a good hobby. Like they can like work on cars or they can build stuff. Like it's great. But he's gonna build, what is the bed that pulls the Murphy bed? He's gonna build a Murphy bed for that room so we can have it up and then, so that'll get done. And I'm also gonna be redoing the kitchen. Like it's a whole process. We got like 2 years worth of work on the house ahead of us. I'm looking forward to it. This is gonna be the shakiest still cam video ever. Every time I even look at my desk, it shakes. But then there's the coup de grace, the coup de grace of the um the glasses. I did not think he'd be able to get this one. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I did not think so. Let me make sure that I have gotten them all. Uh, looking. Nope. Yeah, I got you that one. I showed y'all that one. Showed y'all these. Yep. Okay. So this one, I did not think he'd be able to get. This one is so difficult to get outside of Japan. And rightfully so. I'm not dogging on Japan. The way he ended up getting it was a reseller who lived in Japan who bought it. He was able to get it. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Acai. Yeah, I know. Right? I couldn't believe he got this one either. Like, when I opened this, my jaw hit the floor. But not just that. He also got me the little mug. Acai Draft. Acai Breweries Limited, Tokyo, Japan. I cannot believe he got these. These are so precious. And only Asahi can go in these. Period. Point blank. No other brew is worthy. Same with the others. The Stella glass can only hold Stella. The Peroni glass can only hold Peroni. The Kirin Ichiban glass can only hold Kirin Ichiban. The only one I need now is Sapporo. But the Sapporo will be easier to get than these. Not easy to get, but easier. These are so hard to come by as an individual buyer, as like a mundane buyer outside of Japan. It's called brand protection. I'm not mad at it, but I am so shocked and surprised that he was able to get them. And they are absolutely gorgeous. I just, oh my God, they are beautiful. Um, and I feel so special that he went out of his way to get these for me. But we're gonna put them back. Just look at the box it came in. Look at the box it came in. I know you're probably thinking like, why is this so small? Okay, so I've had to do a few trips overseas for work reasons, and I've been to Japan just for and Asia for personal travel as well. There is I think it's like this in England as well because I've gone to England for a work trip in the past. That there is a culture of imbibing that's different than what we're used to in America. I'm not even going to say the West because um, I think Europe is considered the West. So, uh, where I'm from, if you go out and drink with your superiors, all y'all could end up in HR's office. If it's not like a well controlled environment. But overseas, it's the height of rudeness to not go out and tie one on with your superiors. Like that's just what's supposed to happen. Hey, different cultures, it's fine. I'm not judging. I'm engaging. But one of the ways they keep people from getting too toasted is the glasses I noticed in Asia in certain places I've been all over. But yes, there are places with the big glass. Like in England, a pint is like this big. It's huge. Like a British pint is not our pint's like here in America. British pint like here. And then pint over in Japan was like here. And it's just a means of, helping people not to overindulge. And I appreciate that because it's real easy to, especially when you're not paying. But that is the first collection for Christmasing that I got. I've got two more Christmasing videos I'm about to film. So I'll look the same. But I didn't want to do it all as one big long video because that I have a channel. No, I'm joking. But like when you're thinking about gifts for your significant other or those special people in your life, think outside of the box a little bit. That to me is just it was mind blowing because beer and wine people are real picky about the vessels from which they consume, the types that they're interested in. Like it's a whole thing. So if you can find that kind of stuff for your person, is their birthday coming up? Of course it is. New Year's about to turn over, so birthday coming up, Valentine's if you celebrate. I'm trying to think about the others. You know, Easter has become second Christmas now, so when did that happen? It kind of has, hasn't it? Like these people, when they like doing this is my Easter basketness. It's like, when did Easter become Christmas part two? And yes, I know technically Easter is before Christmas, but it's after. In the holiday calendar, it's after. So yeah, but that was a fun little collection. That was collection one. We have two more to look at. So it's going to be just boom, boom, boom. The collections of Christmas. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next collection.